Massive shout out to the guys at Railblaza for kitting me out, getting my float tube and kayak out with all these amazing fittings. We've got fishfinder mounts, rod rests, we've got a GoPro boom, everything to make life on the water so much easier. So I'm going to do a little video here, show you what I've ordered off them, why I've ordered it and how to get the best of it. So what originally made me move on to the Railblaza equipment was that I was doing a lot of float tubing and kayaking all at the same time, and I was spending a lot of time in between trips unbolting my transducer, remounting my fish finder, all to suit whether it would be going onto the kayak or the float tube. This system, it runs on the star mount fittings. So I have a range of mounts on my float tube, I've got a range of mounts on my kayak, the fish finder, the transducer, the rod rests, the GoPro booms, everything is universal. It comes off this, goes onto my kayak, and the drop of a hat, job done. So I'm just setting up the fish finder now. I've used 2 rib ports to secure the bases for where my fish finder and my transducer is going to go. So first of all, I've got my transducer down here low to the water. There's a pivot point, so if I'm going into shallow water, I can then easily lift it out the water so as I'm not scratching the bottom of the transducer, get over the shallow bar, drop it down again and lock it into place. This is going to stay here. Meanwhile, the fish finder's next to me so as I could see what I'm looking at on the screen. I'm then going to secure my cable on the oarlock of the savagegear high rider. Plug my transducer in, battery in the pocket here, battery cable down to the back of the fish finder. So I've actually fitted one of the extension arms to the bottom of the rod rest, just so as I've got that versatility, the flexibility to move it about, have it exactly where I want it. But this is another great invention of Railblaza. Drop this into place, click it, it can swivel about. It's got a lever at the bottom, so if I'm wanting like a bait caster style rod, big butt on it, I could have this flipped up, the rod butt way back here and the reel just sitting in a little lock here. If I'm using a normal spinning rod, I'll have this down, rod butt stops at the end of the rest then, and my reel sits in front of it here. One of the systems that I absolutely love for the Railblaza equipment is the GoPro boom. So I use a GoPro Hero 5, clips onto here. Now it's only a 60cm boom, but because of the wide lens on a GoPro, that's not an issue. It's going to capture you, the float tube, your fish, everything you need it to. Once I've got this in place, I literally unlock the mount, drop this in, click it, and we're good to go. You can see on there, it's at arm's reach. If I'm sat in the float tube, I could easily switch this on, and it's going to capture everything I want it to. What I love about these Starport mounts, other than the fact they're totally durable, they're made of ABS plastic, is that they're rotatable and lockable. So on the mount fitting, I can drop this in any way I want to face me. Once I'm happy with its direction, I slide the little pin forward, click it, and that's it locked into place.